last section on past lives, and we're going to use the flower technique. I've got my rose here. This is a technique that I stumbled on doing past life readings with somebody else. And what you can do for past life, you can have as a representation of the person's life flower, and then when we want to go to a previous life, we go around the stem. So I've got a different points where there's leaves coming out. So the place where you have a representation of the previous life, you go around the stem to a previous section on the rose. So you go one section down where you would find like an area that would represent a past life. Again, this is using our imagination and our intention to say that this is what image I want to create, and this is what I wanted to represent. And then we basically create this flower, we move around the stem, and it's something that we can physically then focus on to get to a previous life. Again, same as with all the other ones, once we're there, we have then see what comes up on our reading screen, see what the contrasts are, see what people and so on are around. So again, this is just a method to get to this. And then when you want to go to a past life before this one, we repeat the same. And as I've shown here now, we have when we go around the stem again, we get to a past life before the one that we focused on just now, and we can also repeat that again. All right, then now you can see that you can go around the stem multiple times. So you can go around the stem, go to a previous past life, go around the stem. And one of the things you can also do that's very interesting, and that you can add to all the other methodologies as well, is you can actually go and see, okay, well, how far does it go? That's also something really nice. And say to the person, maybe you can say to the person, look here, I don't pick up any past lives for you. And then you can find the person might be like really, kind of feeling lost, and, things are a little bit tough. I've never had this experience, so there have always been people that have kind of a history. Generally, what happens is that if past lives are relevant, or it's relevant for them to know, it'll come up in the reading for me. I'm a little bit fatalistic about readings, in the sense where when a person comes in, before the reading even starts, I would go and say, well, what is it that I'm going to look into? Oftentimes I find that you'll see, okay, well, there's like a strong feeling that past lives are relevant and they're important, and then I would go into past lives. A lot of times the peanut gallery is the place where people's focus is, so that's important, or their future, or maybe a situation that's happening right now, or something in their past that needs to be cleared. So you basically have these themes coming up. So if past lives is one of those things that come up for the person, you have the tools to do it. So these tools are very relevant. Then you can then go around the stem every time to get to a previous life. When you're in that area, then really immerse yourself in that life, see what images come up, what time is it, what's the person wearing, who's around them, what are their challenges, what are their their accomplishments, what is something that they learned, what was the theme for the life, those sort of things. You can start to do that. And you can also see then how far the stem goes down, and you can also see how many timelines you can get to, or you can see how many paper walls there are. So these are 3 different methods that I've shown you. And like I was saying, don't stop here, go and explore it, see how it represents for you, and then once you know how it's represented for you, you can then develop your own way, and then you can make your own presentation about it. Just kidding. You don't have to, honestly. It's more a case of what works for you, making it your own, owning your own type of reading screen, creating it in a way that you understand and that suits you best.